16 games in the books. Here are the standings at the end of Week 7. Despite Alliance's surprising loss to Copenhagen Wolves today and then falling to FNATIC, they remain in first place now with 14 wins and 4 losses, but no longer have a shot at Cloud9's record.
And speaking of FNATIC, they had a perfect Super Week and they remain in a tie for second with SK Gaming. Both teams now have 11 wins and 7 losses. And then we have the Super Hot Crew in 4th place at 10 wins and 8 losses.
And with every Super Week, we see a lot of impressive gameplay, and that makes it harder to choose our OP players. But we have narrowed things down to these 5 after our 16 matches. First up for me in the top lane, it was SOAZ. He had 33 assists, the most in the top lane. He played Lee Sin versus Aatrox, Aurelia versus Aurelia and Yorick. By the way, Yorick was a crazy one.
Yep.
He pulled it back out, but more importantly, he played Ziggs versus Jax.
The guy plays everything in his top lane, we just have to say it. Next player is going to be Impaler in the jungle, being part of 77.8% of the kills for Super Crew this week. Most for any jungler actually in this Super Week, so very strong performance. Of course, he went 8-0 and 9 as Elise. And we also seen his Jarvan a few times. Not too sold on it, but he's been playing a great Super Week.
Yeah, we were calling him out at the start of Super Week, and he has responded, that's for sure. Alongside him is another teammate. It is Selfie. He went 17, 11, and 40, a 5.18 KDA overall, and a fantastic performance, of course. He managed to get his hands on Kassadin in there, pulled out a Ryze, a Yasuo, and of course a Lulu. Very good performance, helping Super Hot Crew go 3-1 this Super Week.
And then we have Reckless as our OP80 carry of the week with 24 kills, most in the Super Week of any player. He only died 4 times. So, like we normally see, Reckless playing very safe, staying alive, but also being very aggressive this time around. We've seen Vayne, Lucian, different AD carries, and really been a solid performance for him.
What's an AD carry without a fantastic support? YellowStar alongside him, 52 assists this Super Week. And impeccable stuff. 89.2% kill participation, the most in a Super Week. He played, of course, Morgana, Nami, Thresh, and Zyra. So 4 different champions, and yet pulls out 52 assists. It says 62 on the graphic, but we're told it's 52.
And what a performance. I mean, he's the guy who sets up everything for FNATIC, the wards as well. He's the guy in control of it, and I know he's the guy who times everything and makes a lot of calls. Overall, such a good performance.
And of course, from those 5, we have to pick YellowStar as our MVP for Week 7. Overall, he has been magnificent. A 9.67 KDA overall, as we mentioned, playing all of those different champions. He helped his team go 4-0 this perfect Super Week.
His synergy with Reckless, it also gets better and better. Everyone you talk with, like, oh, the FNATIC bottom lane is so strong. Such a good performance.
Well, let's take a look at him in action and listen to him taking the action calls against Millennium.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our final day of this Super Week in the European League of Legends.
Well, that's Joe Miller. He is hot on the action, that's for sure. YellowStar, though, absolutely magnificent performance nonetheless. Sorry, we can't have the clip for him. The action is going to be continuing on Friday as the North American LCS will be kicking off their Super Week. It's going to be a massive game to start with. LMQ are facing Cloud9.
And the first day of 5 matches will close out with Team Solo Mid taking on Curse, and those games start on Friday at 9 PM Central European Summer Time, 12 noon Pacific.
And the European LCS will return next Thursday, beginning with Roccat versus SK Gaming.
And then we'll end the day with Millennium taking on Alliance.
And those matches will begin next Thursday, July 10th, following an all-new LCS preview show at 5:30 PM Central European Summer Time. That is 8:30 AM.